Hi everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Talk, Hibiscus, and Butterfly. So real quick, I actually forgot to bring up my walkthrough because I want to make sure I get everything right. Hello, Cinder, and my cat Cinder is right down here. He's probably going to try and crawl up on me here soon. Yep, there he is. You're on fire. Yes, you are. You're on fire. Yes, you are. Hi. So while I'm doing that, uh, Coffee Talk Drink Guide. Here we go. Hi. You're such a good cat. I love you too. Alright, so what? This doesn't look like it's it. Okay. Hi. It's a good boy. I don't know. Alright, so what day are... Whoops. Not even on the game. I'm just looking at OBS here. What day are we on? Hi. We are on day 9. Okay. So let's go to day 9. Okay, resume. Let's get started here. Hello, boy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Alright, so let's take a look at Tumble to Chill real quick. See who we got. Nothing here, it looks like, so it's going to be the stories. Okay. Lucason, have you ever heard a story that wows so you try to go for your dreams because you're inspired to do something or anything? Hashtag share your story. I will like that. Is Fidget Spinner really that lame now? Neko Chill, I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Yes, it is important. I will agree. Normal schedule. Dinner with my team! Cool. Alright. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. Hey, you're not making it any easier for me, so I'm going to use my touchpad. Yes, I will. Alright. Leave that there. Okay, cool. Gala and Hyde. Good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Uh-oh. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury, and that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches and a lot of other stuff. Small but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore and more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Hyde. Is there a drink that could help you with that? Never found one, but if anyone could come up with it, it's you, Firefly. Since the Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it would work pre-fury as well? Maybe, but I think it'd need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad, but with no caffeine. And maybe blue? Okay, so if that's the case, the Galahad is a coffee-based drink. So, I believe. Or not. Is tea, milk, and ginger. So, why don't I try blue pea, milk, and ginger this time around? And this should create something totally new. Yes, I was right. So this is a Gala tea, and he doesn't need anything, and here we go. Alright, so something new in Tumble to Chill for Gala. Alright, his birthday's... Okay, veteran and now working in a hospital. He likes kitties, like you. He likes kitties. Alright, and then on the brew pad, look under blue pea, and there's the Gala tea. Alright. Here you go, a Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Firefly? Ah, no, it takes a little bit of soul searching to tailor it to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Call it a sixth sense. Right. Let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. Oh, did you guys fight? What's with the long looks, you two? Did something happen? Actually, Firefly, guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No? I was so tired today I nearly fell asleep on the job. Ugh. Most importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And Hyde, I'm barely keeping it together as it is. And you should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all? You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling, looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. It's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please let me help him, Firefly. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Or I would be if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearing 40 years old. I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species' years. Eyes on the prize, Firefly. Intervention first, gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job. Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm also irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then. And let me double check on this real quick. Yep, looking good. I'll actually leave that up. Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns I featured in stayed on billboards for months. I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories. But then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, the brand posts online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? Then another campaign comes in and everything's forgotten. Blink and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion and the like? That's true, and people are getting to vintage clothes too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So are you saying that you'd like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That would make a real difference. No thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Nice. Do you see what I'm dealing with, Firefly? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde. Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you've seen me enjoy recently or when we first met. Don't bite me, brat. Alright, let's see. So for this, I could go from the original coffee talk, and I think I will. So it's going to be coffee, and ginger to make a dry head turmeric. There it is. And I don't need to give him anything, which is good. Alright. Hello. Okay, here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this well enough. And I'm gonna save. Okay. Heh. Nice, Firefly. And you lost your bet, Hyde. A bet? When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. Ugh. You're going to pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah, I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? Oh, got a new person. Yes, we do. Oh, hi, everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I want to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright, they're kind of fun to watch. Got some things on Toa to chill here. We got... Hyde! We locked him completely. Okay, cool. Favorite things. The fact I've been blood sober for 10 years now. What I'm doing with my life. Currently a model, past stock trader, entrepreneur, venture capitalist. Hyde! He's so cool. And I guess we have something on stories. Yep. Hey guys! Hey guys, up! What's up? Cool. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Firefly? Of course! What would you like? I spent the whole day talking in meetings and presentations, so I have a bit of a sore throat. Is there anything you would recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then, please. Okay, so she needs a lemon honey chocolate. So chocolate, lemon, and honey. Chocolate, lemon, and honey. Here we go. Hi, kitty. Oh, so tired. Oh, so tired. Alright, lemon, honey, chocolate. And she doesn't need anything, so serve. Here you go, some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost recovery. Thanks, Dr. Firefly. Ah. Hang on, I'm just scooching ahead here. Cool. Alright. Ah, this is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company's trying to get a big contract, so I've been organizing meetings with everyone, making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision-making, and part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you've probably gathered that Bay and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hyde told me a little bit about it, too. Right, well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days, and honestly, it's done me a lot of good. Thing is, I know Bay means well, he suggests all these things that he thinks I'd like, and I should like them. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead, and then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easy if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, are they? That's true. Although I guess if you figured out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first I thought I was tired or worried. The decision-making at my job is taking a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Alright, I cannot do this with you lounging over me, so we're not going to use my mouse. No, we're just going to use touchpad. We don't need anything else. No, we don't. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Bai to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that not even be the main issue. That might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it, I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing those popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great, this is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right, but it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, you all know that. This is supposed to be our special day, a way to celebrate our partnership. Bay wants to honor that. He'll feel awful if he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear you and your elf are well matched. You always worry so much about what others think. Instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally, yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly, for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him, the blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right. I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put the wedding pictures online. Oh, he called you out. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in trainers at first at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. Right? That way you could also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding won't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do, or maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? I feel like I'm getting him Riona's voice. You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone or to fight with them or anything, but you should put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, should I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. Gee, thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor, but I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? Could go ahead and save. Since Lua's here. He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you can make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, lugged the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I haven't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep, exactly like that. She said she preferred it because of the way it captured the light, and also because it was a slower experience. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more, but something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes of that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time. We got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to her darkroom, watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. It comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, a me I could recognize. That's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame, working each picture through the chemical baths, hanging them, drawing them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And her portrait, when she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she really liked a portrait someone took of her. That's like an awesome story. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales. Or launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No, I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please share, Lua. You'd be doing both of us a solid. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I've looked at so many of them recently, but apparently film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said, it captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who, me? No, the other vampire who's looking for a new line of work. Bye, Cinder. Sorry. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days, but I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Well, forget about it then. No. Don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd stuff all the bridesmaids' drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. It's true. You're assuming they won't get divorced. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright, I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. And that career in the Mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah, alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Firefly. See you later. Good night, you two. You guys are so cool. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed, proper night owls. You did say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do, sometimes, but I'm not a romantic. People get married, they think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do, but only in a certain kind. You can choose to keep supporting someone to enjoy their company. You do that for years with friends, family, lovers. By the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really. I know, the one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? Ah! Got you. No, I guess I don't. It confirmed for me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It's given me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it willing to share their lives so closely, even if for most of them it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame, or a flower bloom like it will never wilt. Well, in my case, I singed off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, for that minute when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, I sure felt alive. If you don't know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate. You're a tricksy one, Firefly, and I'm too tired to fight your logic, which means it's time for me to head back. I'm too tired to argue. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, it all boils down to this, doesn't it? What we got here? Guess where I am, 'cause sure as hell I don't know. Oh no. Is he lost? Lua! Favorite things. Lover of the bright moonlight. Believer in a life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry. What I'm doing with my life. Working 9 to 5 in a trading company by day, going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends, enraptured by the forbidden fruit. Kind of the same as the last one. The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala's from a long-living species, but even then he'll grow old before I do, eventually. The world will change 100 times, technologies will die out, new technologies will come. I'll feel again the way I feel now in a century, maybe 2. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. But you will. Am I right, Firefly? Oh, has he figured me out? That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that, to continuing our story. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We'll make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm going to go browse for some film cameras. Oh, he's going to go get a camera! Anything here, or is it the other side? It's the other side, okay. Fill that up. Are you lost? Ryota, are you okay? What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. Ryota, are you lost? The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. Oh, that's so sweet. Gotta lower this just a little bit. There. Alright, let's go. Hey, baby. Alright, so now we are on night 10, I think. Alright, Evening Whispers. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Okay. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it, okay? New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. Review. Whoops. Alright, save. Okay. And let's take a look here. I'm on the right spot. Yes. Okay. And hit this. What we got? Nothing here. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Okay. A girl always has her secrets. Top of the morning to y'all. Hungover but feeling awesome? Just spent almost 2 hours checking out the mobile games in the App Store. The amount of copycat games is just staggering. That is very true. No delivery today. Will resume tomorrow. Okay. Good evening. Georgie! Officer, welcome. Hey, Firefly. How are you doing? How are you doing? Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. No worries. Work issue? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, Firefly. What happened? Well, never-ending workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How'd that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrared's caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a corner, and disappeared. Could have been anything, like rats or cats. But neither fits with what I've heard on the scene. The footsteps, you know, the laughter. Heh, come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. Giggles. Can werebeasts giggle? Not that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. Do you know why the satyrs from France are more musical than ones from America? 'Cause they have French horns. Sorry, not sorry. Is he okay? I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. You know, Firefly, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh, what about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Oh, Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process, but the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Yes, apparitions like ghosts. Poor Georgie. Oh, poor Georgie. Ghosts? Ghosts! I see. What do you mean I see? Does it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. Bud, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? 'Cause if they do, all I can think about is that damn tree now! Right, the tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Poor Georgie. Don't get how you can be so calm about this. Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. Some of them are so out of this world even. Sometimes literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peccadillos. True that. You don't mind telling me, though. May I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Gosh, no. That's a long story. Not something ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Firefly. But that's all I'm willing to share for now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpop was very into this stuff. So was my daughter. They're like my opposites, very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. That is true. I see. That makes sense. They're the kind of people who can see things from nothing. Make sure this is up and running. Okay. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know the Zen rock garden thing from Japan? They understand the Zen-ness of it. I don't, but that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? I think you almost got it. Yeah? I'm sure he and my daughter could talk about it for hours. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Firefly, you've seen my lighter, right? I'd say I'm pretty well acquainted with it now, yes. My bad. That thing was originally my grandpop's. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to a severe leg injury he'd never been able to recover from. Ah. At that time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it was a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now about that street. You see, my grandpop liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes he'd go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with their pets, from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk, Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. We are uncovering a little more of Georgie's past. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean... Bourne Street, uh-huh. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. but I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Firefly. Everything is lining up too perfectly if you ask me. Uh-oh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right. Then my luck started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happened in the past week alone, you see. Right. Then one thing... Well, if you list them all out in order like that... I'm telling you, Firefly, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I've ever known, you know. But I've always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff, because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Did they bring back luck? Good luck. What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? No, nothing. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You can find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh? It's something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck, I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit. Ah, gotcha. But Firefly, even if the whole situation is, haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Alright, so he gave me his lighter. And then we pretty much give it back to him when we're done making this drink. Okay. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Firefly. Alright, so it is coffee, honey, and lemon. And we're going to brew it. And we have to make sure to give Jordy the lighter. And there it is! The Kimata. I think that's how it's pronounced. Okay. That is so cool, it's animated. There you are. Okay. Let me go ahead and take a look at the brew pad real quick. It's so cool. Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep, this is special just for you. So don't tell anybody. Roger that. Here you go. Ooh, careful. Dang, Firefly. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Ha! Heh. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Firefly. I don't know if I just saved, so I'm gonna do it real quick. You even made me this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. Thanks. Man, at least with crooks you could actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Hard-boiled advice. Unlock conversation with Detective McQueen. Hi! Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Is that you? Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. Surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel ya. I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. I'll just take both of your words for it. Good. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, Detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Firefly about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghosts. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly-looking stuff. I get freaked out easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bourne Street the other day. I remember that. Heh. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think who else will do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband, had recently passed away but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat, couldn't take a hint. Anyway, we had to go in and exercise the place, right? Do you think he was just trying to, just hang around because he loves her so much? No, he's just a deadbeat. But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreating to the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's hard to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing and the whole place is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. But before I know what hit me, I'm sitting at this pottery wheel and he's behind me. He's talking about Ghosts, the movie. Wait, isn't this the plot of that 1990 film Ghost? Yes. Oh. Maybe? We had a movie night at work and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Nice. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errand sorted? God, that guy's burly. I sure did. Dooley, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. That's just the rain. It's very bready rain. They're spilling all over your top. That's blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up, though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So what'd I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghosts? Yeah, you're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea, never met one. But we stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts aren't real. He's so freaking dumb. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, that they're just like us, that's a good thing to remind of. Exactly, they used to be alive, just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Feel their culture, listen to their issues and spectral wails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see right through them. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. Our pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Ugh. Okay, let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Oh my god, he's so stupid. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. Coffee Wizard. What? Alright, I am now officially a Coffee Wizard. That was quite something. Save. Let's just gonna save that. Well, what do you know, Firefly? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I'm very glad you do. Thanks anyway, Firefly. I really did nothing much. Are you going to be okay? I have to start thinking about what to do next. Dooley is so stupid. I think my dad actually knows a Dooley, too. I'm gonna ask him later. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Alright. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock end. Oh? Hmm? Riona! Miss Riona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There's construction work taking place on Leonora Avenue. Oof. I can imagine the gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I'd like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon and a touch of honey. Okay, so tea, lemon, honey. Brew. Which I believe is A Midsummer Night's Dream. Yes, it is. Okay, great. Swerve. A cup of warm Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. Save. Okay. And, let's take a look at her. She is right here. Go. Singer Groover part-time. Right. Awesome. And then I got the tea drink here from Midsummer Night's Dream. Awesome. Okay, and let me check on this. Cool. That's what we call it here. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgie by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh. He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? Oh, what do you need? Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? Sure, I'll hold on to it. Nice. So we got a blue card with an email and contact info written on it. For Riona. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than what was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable, though. But it is not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires any assistance, please, do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realize there would be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Well, I mean, because Officer Georgie is a human, and we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine, I get it. I'm glad. Goodness. I'd say Barry helped him out in more ways than one. Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind of late, and I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. Hey, hello! Hi, Seaburbs! Sorry, I did not see you there for like a few minutes. I had my phone off to the side. I'm gonna try to keep it right here. Welcome! I'm Firefly Buggy, and this game is still up and running. Yep. This is the part 2. It's actually a whole different game. So there's Coffee Talk, which is the first game, and then Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscious and Butterfly. That's the second game. This is the sequel. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good or a bad thing? It's troubling. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Oh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance, even though they had no direct connection to the audience I'm trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for. It's very thoughtful of her. So what's the battle plan? And why are you downing yourself? In essence, the advice is to slowly increase my network. So we're not... no, we are still the same barista. It's still the same timeline. The first game was taking place in 2020, and this one is taking place in 2023. Specifically September of 2023, so we kind of time traveled a little bit here. We're still the same persons. We still got the same characters. So, for example, in Tillman to Chill, we still have Aqua. We still have Myrtle. We got Myrtle still comes by. We have Silver, who's in the first one too. We have Gala. He comes by as well. And we also just had Georgie come visit. Let me see if I can find. We got Bailey's. Bailey still comes by. Lua comes by. Georgie. Yep, we got Georgie. We have Rachel. We have a lot of the original characters, and we have Hyde. They all come by and visit. We have 2 new characters, though. One of them is Riona, and she's a banshee. In essence, the advice to myself is to slowly increase my network to make myself known. Oh? Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You could probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher, just so I don't misunderstand. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well, but it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really, really sure this so-called shortcut is 100% going to work. Yeah, it's really nice, because you'll have to do way, way more than calling, making just a few calls away for callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. Riona wants to become an opera singer, a soprano, but she's a banshee, and because she's a banshee, most people she's been turned down a lot by operas because most sopranos are sirens, and banshees are never really given the role because they are believed to have their singing to be bad luck, which is not true. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. And Rachel and another guy who might meet in the next night, his name is Lucas, have been helping her out. But then I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during her first meeting. Right. I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I've come across. And being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? He was stuck. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Yeah, I read it. Oh? I might have seen it. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was loud. All sounds in order. And extremely drunk. Really? He denied it at first. But it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so. Must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight? Why not? After all, you operate your business after dark yourself. Touché. Perhaps he just didn't want to go home yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. How so? It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh, I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss... However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good! Is it, though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas has to work hard to obtain approval from his team for his actions. How could they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right, that's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? To let talent speak for itself, we would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it were standardized, wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel or Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs without first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Riona? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa. But I thought you located in Bellevue. I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly near the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, his hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not completely soak through to his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. Hope he didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean. Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. A late night delivery? No, I was buying a pie. At midnight? Yes. Why, concerned you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Firefly, you will be fine. I sort of want to know just so I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh, why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was vandalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together. But the report took a while and the weather was bad. By the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite, so I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, it is a very small kiosk attached to a pub, very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 a.m. Interesting, good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story, though, you both went for pies then? Yes, and that seemed to fascinate him, for some reason. What did you each get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top, and a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed, truly. Oh. But it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch! I apologize. I'll live. A little piece of advice, though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information to know. This is why you're the best barista, Firefly. Coffee wizard! Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less now. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie myself. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Good! Nice. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. And so we continued our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal despite the many disappointments with his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really? Why? It is... On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him another time. I apologize. No problem, I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 a.m. Must have been a gripping conversation. I am not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. I should go now. Alright, will you be okay? I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Firefly. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Firefly. Come back again soon. Alright. So there's the end of that night. Let me get my walkthrough up. For day 11. Okay, I already have it up. Cool. Okay, so see that ahead of time. So let's look at day 11 here. Yep, so Friday, September 29, 2023. Alright, what we got for the evening whispers? At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over alleged algae invasion. Dwarfira Tech teams up with Golmex Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. Interesting. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? I hope not. Alright, what we got here in Toma to Chill? Anything here? No. So it's all in the stories. You want to know where I got all my awesome sunglasses? Check out my good sponsor here, blah blah blah. Has been working with them for eons and I always love their stuff, but y'all know that already. It's cool, I like that picture. So Lucas is a satyr. Normal schedule. I'm very lucky to have people who's with me no matter what and I won't take it for granted. Good job, Aqua. Awesome. Okay. Hey. Hello? Knock knock, anyone there? Mr. Bailey's, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. How are you tonight? I'm alright. But you look pretty distracted. Penny for your thoughts? You can have them for free. I was just wondering the hidden side of things. Pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now that we've spent so much time on social media, people believe we can sum it up in a picture or a sentence. Yeah, that's true. But it's not like that. It's not that easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot in the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Miss Lua? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Phew. We went through so much. There's no walking back on a relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know? I think I see what you mean. I don't think I saved. Oh, I did, I guess. So we decided to give each other a bit of space. And figure out what we really want out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm gonna tell you everything. but I think I should order first. Sure thing, what can I make you tonight? I'm not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything, really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea, then? Hibiscus? Butterfly pea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Alright, so let me look at my thing here. So, I have a dreaming blue, which is blue pea, milk, and honey. So I'm going to do a hibiscus one because I don't have one with milk or honey. So, hibiscus, milk, and honey. Let's see what this makes. A sweetheart latte. Okay. I'll serve it. I haven't made one yet. Alright, let me look at this real quick. Bailey's. Favorite things? Punk. Been listening to pumpkin spice since I was a wee lad. What I'm doing with my life? Escaping bloodlines, experiencing life one color at a time. One day I'll have my own solo exhibition. I hope so. Probably look pretty good. Alright, the sweetheart latte. Got that added. Excellent. Perfect. Here you go. I hope you like it. Thanks, Firefly. Alright, so let me scooch down here. Okay. Here we go. This is so nice, and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes, I'm sorry to hear about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them, most of the time. But in the end, they're just a random bunch of people. And we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself, Mr. Baileys. I think so, too. There's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her for a while now. Someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Firefly. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. A bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up into a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting. Except when my gran came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping appearances. Except if we're a family. But she got how it made me feel. So she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea, with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you, it feels a lot like family again. It's such a good memory. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them, until she got sick. Oh no, how'd that happen? I thought elves don't get sick. See, that's a part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds. They do get big, bad diseases like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. So that's what families say most of the time, until someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything is fine until the very last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during her last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her, and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. But then she wasn't very, very happy before that either. At least she had you. It must have been little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. To think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Firefly. Here you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are, well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and Lua? I definitely think that's part of it. In fact... Oh, who we got? Silver! Amanda! Good evening! Hi, Firefly. And hi... I don't think we met before. I'm Silver. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. I'm guessing you're Amanda? We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so are you her date? I'm little more than that. I'm her fiancé. Truly. Fiancé is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013p probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring. First it's Barista, then it's Coffee Wizard, now it's Cafe Offspring. Cafe Offspring? How did you acquire that new title? Ahem. Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Never mind me. You're about to order, Amanda. We were. And what we wish for is a memorable partying experience. Ah, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on Earth? Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we have never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. Okay, so I think the walkthrough said the best one for her was a hibiscus latte. So, boop, boop, brew. Okay, looks good. And she should be good. I don't need to give her anything, so here we go. And I'll save. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. Ploop. It does. Good. It is at least 56.941% different from anything else we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846 new experience since arriving on Earth. Dang, girl. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them were rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is on the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place and we will miss it. That's... don't mind me. Getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble? That one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities. You see. Yeah, Lewin mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here. But that's where your help really came in handy, Firefly. My help? Yes, the card that you got off the agent. We asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card have been unveiled, we analyze the language of its communication, which is quite an interesting mix if we may say so. It is roughly 60% syntax and 39% mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the ciphertext as... the point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us or save beyond recognition. And some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission, which should last more than long enough for him to forget all about us. That sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling. It was a very simple matter of applying hive knowledge. Be that as it may, that's great work, Amanda. We are pleased. Amanda's amazing. But let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You really helped us there, Firefly. Thank you. I'm very glad to hear that, and very relieved. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really got a hang of emotions now, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. Thank you, Offspring. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purpose of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it, an academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural patterns, deep level communication, hive versus non-hive species. Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda always was the brains of the family. That wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right! You're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was. I think. I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple days. But I've been waiting a while, and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the Hive, when I came to Earth, And during this entire process, when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious. Doesn't being in a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does, and it does not. In fact, we hope that this is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires. The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yes, what Amanda said is part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth, and I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. In some ways, I still am. It will always be harder for me to grasp them than for most people. When I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared, which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time, and even more to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It is a precious thing then when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been experienced with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered too. I'm lucky that I have good friends who remind me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with that. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but Firefly, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah, taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We had gotten bogged down on the details, and our own insecurities, to be honest, so we decided to make it simple again. No fuss, no massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members, whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Baileys. Aw, come on, Firefly. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. Oh, for Hyde! That's awesome. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing how that's his obvious +1. Would you give it to them when you see them? It would be an honor. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a card for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.9999% pleasant and 0.001% disappointing that we have to reviews. Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. That sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip to the country, and maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourists is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that traveling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is traveling with no other purpose than traveling, which is in essence circular reasoning. It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things. To enjoy life, you know? Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out. And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Firefly, that I always have a place to return to where I'll feel home, well, that makes me feel a lot less nervous. I'm very happy to hear that. I think I should order a drink. Of course, what can I make you? I like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick? Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? I love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Okay, so he actually asks for a new drink here. Okay. So let's try a chocolate, honey, and ginger. And ginger. Here we go. Alright, so this makes a new drink, which is called the 299.792.458. And it's got like a little rocket on it. It's a really cool drink here. Okay, and he doesn't need anything with this, so Let's go ahead and serve it. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll load up the brew pad so I can click it off. There we go. Awesome. Here's a 299.792.458 for a light speed traveler. Ooh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes, it is the speed of light, not evocative of great adventures. It's the speed of light. The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Firefly. Thank you, but do you like the taste, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes. But then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. How does it taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet, but with a strong character as well. That's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet, we are pleased. Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that. Thank you, Firefly. Whoa, careful there. You don't want to spill a drink you enjoy this much. You're right. I'm just so excited. I can barely sit still. I can imagine. A first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that's not the only reason I'm excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual, but this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us, and in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right, we agree with her movie analysis 99.999%. Wow, hold on. Amanda, you have met Pearl and you talked about movies? And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched orc westerns all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and that they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Oh, wow, that's very brave. It's very hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met. And are starting to it takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way. Although I've always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone will be open-minded about me, and so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is, and I realized that I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. If my goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am, then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. Aw. Well, I will say that if she heard your story, and that changed how she viewed you, then she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is, for yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving. Especially if you have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting. And it just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. Aw. You two really are a sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Baileys. True, chosen families can also rock. Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you were born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end. So it is. You guys are so cute. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go pack! First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack, while she analyzes the earthling ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely! This is further information for our research! We are thrilled! Good luck, Silver! Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Let me make sure this is like it for them. Yes, okay. Yeah, this should be it. Okay. Just making sure everything is correct here. Good night to you two then. Finger guns! Hasta la vista, strangers! Huh? Orc westerns. Ha! Bye to you too. That was adorable. Is there a dull moment in your cafe, Firefly? I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps whether we'd like it, we'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cozy wedding. So this is perfect. It's settled then. Lou is going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Thanks again, Firefly. You're like a guardian angel for us. And on that note, I'm off. Good night. They're so cool. I love Baileys and Lua. I like all these characters, honestly. More like a guardian hive mind. Good night, Mr. Baileys. Barista is revealing some more. Cough syrup. Sorry, I didn't mean to blow on you. I was getting some of your fur off my keyboard. Your cat hair. Because you were snuggling with me earlier. Alright, Saturday, September 30th, 2023. So this is like cat hair floating around me. Evening Whispers, what we got? Nekomimi driver crashes truck filled with catnip, suspected DUI. UFO previously spotted by Space Guard fighters, a very determined hot air balloon. ZXX20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Okay. Alright, what else we got? Oh, I hear Aqua. There's Aqua. Okay. Nothing here. Okay, stories. I told my wife that she needs to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. Ow! Ouch! I'm taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Thank you. Good night! Aw. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, Firefly. How are you? Good, as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course. What would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Chai tea. Do not call it chai tea. It's like saying tea. Sorry, I just saw the new Spider-Man movie. I thought that was funny. Salad chai. Oh, she wants a masala chai. So tea, ginger, and cinnamon. Cinnamon. Alright. Tea, ginger, cinnamon? Brew? I think this is right. Yes, this is right. Okay. Do I need to give her anything? No. Okay. I don't need to give her anything. Serve! Alright, and that actually unlocked a tea for me. So, cool. And tell her to chill. I believe it's under Aqua. Okay, yeah, so we totally unlocked Aqua stuff. Favorite things from little conflict, video games in general, grandma. What I'm doing with my life, moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can. I'm trying to find the place where and person where I belong while doing something I love. Very sweet. A cup of masala chai for the lady with the eclectic tastes. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. So what you were saying? Oh, right. It's just I've been busy working on my game. I see. How's it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that. I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really. Which is a shame. I truly like their games, but with all the shady requirements they had... I could tell they look down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. Well, it has to be for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I tried negotiating with them, because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Okay. But as I expected, it really didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they were doing me a favor since I'm just a small developer. And I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. Doesn't sound like good faith to me. Right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle is coming here soon. Great! So you two made up already? Yes. We apologized to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well, but she made it clear that she understood why I was anxious, and she apologized for assuming. That really helped. Now she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. That must be Myrtle. Yeah, it's Myrtle. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Okay. Nothing too terrible, I hope. Don't worry, only all the good stuff. Heh. Anyway, sorry. Firefly, I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? We're hunting new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. Heh, a bit? She's joking. It's pretty much its death throes. If we're going, we're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure it'll be any help at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with the productivity. I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now. So it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. Go big or go home. Sorry, Firefly. It seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip and good luck. Let's see. I guess I'll go over today's checklist. Who else we got? Did I save? Hendry! Save. Here we go. And Gala! Well, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Firefly. Firefly. Nice to see you here, Hendry. How goes it? Good, good, good. I see you're doing good, too. As usual. What do you want to drink, Hendry? It's on me. No, no, no. That won't do. Well, let's talk about bills later. So what will it be? You first. You sure? Okie dokie. I'll have one STMJ, please. I think I already have that in the brew pad. It's under milks. Yes, milk, ginger, honey. Okay. Milk, ginger, and honey. Okay. And I don't need to give him anything. No, I'll need to give Gala the wedding thing, though. Okay, serve. One STMJ coming up. Ah, it smells so nice. Spot on. Thanks, Firefly. You're very welcome. How about you, sir? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? Well, what would you recommend? Anything from your new tea line is fine. Ooh, I see you have a new selection. Yes, we have blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, huh? You should try Te Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Sounds familiar. It's ginger steeped with roselle buds, another name for hibiscus. Anything else in it? Oh, it's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then. A Te Jahe Rosella. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing these wrong. Alright, so that is going to be hibiscus, ginger, and honey. So, hibiscus, ginger, and honey. There it is! Alright, and I'm going to give him the wedding invite. And proceed. What's this? Oh, it's Bailey's and Lua's wedding invitation. Really? The date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when he'll be here? Okay, sure. Thank you. A piping cup of Te Jahe Rosella for you. Thanks. What do you think, Hendry? Does it look any good? Uh-oh. It looks about right. Smells good, too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Glad I passed your impromptu test. They're so cool. So what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You could say that. I think the officer's coming too, by the way. Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury is over. Are you okay, though? I'm fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Hendry? Did you get your checkup? I did. Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime. 50 years ago. Holy cow. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yep. Soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after all that. Like today. I know the feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. Oh? It's like my body knows if a storm's gonna get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Haha, it's my mom. Well, lucky for you, ginger is great for sore muscles. Yeah. There's Georgie. Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hiya, Georgie. Firefly, what'd I miss? Some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton, then. Save. How are you? How am I? You're talking about my case? Well, I don't even know where to begin. Hendry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No? What are we talking about? Firefly, you should have primed it before I got here. My bad. In my defense, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gallo mentioned it. Excuses, excuses. I'll help explain it to Hendry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. Thank God, because I did not want to read through all that. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone has anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried something. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter and things happened. Mind backing up a bit? Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. Excuse me. I told Firefly about my lighter a while ago. How it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about before. Really? In what way? The lighter was my grandpop's, and there's a chance he bought it from there. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, eh? Heh. Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my lighter was the key to making sense of all this. And gave me some pointers. So, I went back there last night. To the spot, you know? To where the tree used to be. I lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was spooky as heck. The air was still and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or if there was something else going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. Then what happened? It blew up. What? What do you mean, what? The lighter, it just blew up. Well, what do you mean, blew up? Yeah, I think we definitely need more of the context here. Well, I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see? But I heard it. Pthaw! With a little whoosh followed by a couple of clink-clinks. Pthaw. What kind of sound is that? You know, like something small metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Wouldn't want to confuse y'all with that. But pthaw, what is that? You know, Pathaw. And then what happened? Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over with its lid open. The flame, it was burning white. Wow. Ain't gonna lie to y'all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from the corner, walking towards the lighter. Did they see you? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. And they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." Then I fired a question back. "Are you the ones who've been messing with the cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Welp, sounds like case closed. So, they weren't ghosts? Hell no, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them at all. Didn't expect? Do you know them? Kinda. In fact, they own the gnome noms near my place. Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car then? Nope, because I only order takeout. I usually walk there. What was the reason for all the vandalism then? Oh boy. I'll start because of a broken promise, and we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah. The tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically let the driver off the hook because outside the DUI charge. Well, it sparked a huge protest. Good. In response to it, the mayor at the time, gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community, and the vow was kept well after his tenure was over. But he died a few years ago, and we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive, not just for their friend, but as a remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through, it makes sense that the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects. Yikes. You okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's something about it bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. And by failing to remember, we, the outside party, also gradually lose track of their existence. It just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An auto erasure of existence. But apparently that's why they keep animals. The Gnome Nom's owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. I suppose that's why some folk prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too, when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nekomimis honor the dead, and I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though, to remember the deceased and all the reasons they mattered to us. So except for the weird erased memory part, it sounds on par to me. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It'd be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort, since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's bad or good. Yeah. Speaking of the Gnome Nom's owners, though, what happened to them after all that? All right, did you arrest them? Nope. Huh? Are you going to let them go? Not necessarily, but I got an idea of what I have to do. Right now I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. A shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine, not even a scratch. Really? But that thing blew up, didn't it? Like, pataw. Heck, we even made the sound effects and everything. As I said, it still works fine. So I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. That thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame has been unnatural, I agree. I remember how you kept forgetting your lighter here. Hey now. A man is allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no. As for the blowing up, it was probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. The thing is really old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There's no such thing as coincidence, indeed. Yikes. I still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Henry! Shush! In any case, mystery solved. It is not a ghost! For now, at least. I feel like I got a bruise on my arm somewhere. Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realize I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. We'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you again, Henry. Take care. Bye. Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. Then one espresso for me, please. Alright, so he wants to have coffee. Brew. And I have to give him the contact info. Give contact. Proceed. And serve. Alright, got 2 to chill. Georgie! Alright, so his last thing is favorite things, funny cop movies, non-dairy cakes, dislikes ghosts, what I'm doing with my life, trying to be a good father to 3 great kids in this ever-changing world, and stay a keeper for his lovely missus. Aw, that's sweet. I don't think I have anything. Oh, Gala. Okay. Favorite things, food, anything warm and made with ginger, music, metal maiden, books, full metal jarhead. What I'm trying to do with my life, trying to heal myself by helping other people heal. Awesome, so we got them fixed up. We just need to do Rachel, Lucas, and Riona last, it looks like. Cool. What is it? It's Miss Riona's number. She asked me to give it to you. She said she could help you find someone if you need it. Or if you need any information from her. I see. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy. Thank you. Here's your espresso, officer. Thanks. Let me go ahead and save. And I don't really think I have anything else. Yeah, because then we'll move on to day 13. Cool. How many other days are left here? 14, 15. Oh, okay, we're actually almost done. I might be able to finish this today. Give me 1 second though, guys. Okay. Great as always. So what's next, officer? What's your plan after this? Other than talking to him, I guess I'll focus on the rumors. Word is going around that cars are being messed up there. That's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over. And I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumors. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. I have a question for you though. Which do you prefer, wild rumors or bad press? That's a tough one. There's no limit to what wild rumors can become or how far they'll go. But the press can shape a story, report it, and many will believe it as truth. Both are worrying in their own ways. Fair point. Sorry, some of the information here that I had to look at. Fair point. What if we combine them? Rumor, truth, and press. If we somehow combine them, then I think I have a plan. A crazy one, but a plan nonetheless. Maybe I can also add to it. Oh? Sure. It'll take a while to explain, though. Well, I'll be here all night. I got time. Alright then. Brace yourselves, folks. It's gonna be a doozy. Okay. Alright, next night then. So now we're looking at the next night, so October 1st. Excuse me. Alright, so this is day 13. Box office movie High Weapon hits astonishing $2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants an independent survey. Vegan food on the rise, gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Okay. Okay, so what we got on Toma to chill? Nothing here it looks like. So let's look at stories. Alright. Super busy, see you tomorrow. Just saying hi. Look at what Myrtleish did, sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pals 2. So cute. I love it. We had a break in the office and we just played board games for hours. It was fun. That sounds awesome. Today's daily cutoff time, 1300, no night shift. Okay. Go ahead and save. Hey, it's Rachel. Firefly, Firefly. Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry. I'm just really excited. I've done it, Firefly. Congratulations. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. I told you about it last time, remember? Oh yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Okay. Are you sure we could play it? What about NDAs and stuff? Come on, you silly. We're the only ones here anyway. It'll be fine. I mean, the direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh? Never mind that. Let's just play it, quick. Milk honey green tea. Here it is. There we go. Awesome. I love it. Great job, Deep Blue, for choosing this one. So, like, it's actually very loosely based off the drink you gave me the other day. You mean milk honey green tea? Yep. I'll be honest with you, Firefly. I'm just stuck on the name. What do you mean? Have you ever made a temporary name for a project? Like a placeholder? Right? But even after the project's done, you can't seem to change it to something else. Alright, here we go. Oh, did I break my YouTube? Alright, let me restart my YouTube here. I'm like switching between different windows on my phone. Oh, I just lost internet on my phone. Okay. Am I good here? Yeah, I'm good here. But even after the project's done, you can't seem to change it to anything else. Oh, okay. Well, the song itself is about old love, a relationship where you've been together a long time. And either it's going to settle down comfortably or it's going to end. Like a tipping point? Yep. I have a question for you. Is predictability really bad for relationships? I'm not sure, but being predictable has its benefits. It'll give you a sense of stability. Yet, most would say it just brings boredom. I guess it depends whether both parties want the same future or not. If there's any future at all, you mean? So what are your thoughts on a long-term partnership? There's a saying about how good a partner is like rice. About how a good partner is like rice. Rice? Because you don't mind having it every day. In fact, some people think they haven't eaten yet if they don't have rice with their meals. As for myself, I don't want anything serious at the moment. I would be focusing on myself. Because you're too busy? Correct. But I get lonely, Firefly. That's why I know I won't be living alone in the future. By then, it'll be a matter of finding my own milk honey green tea. Something I know I'd go for. My comfort drink. And I'll be my partner's rice. Or else it wouldn't work out in the long run. That makes sense. I'm wondering about one thing, though. What is it? If this is going to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I have a plan for that. You'll see. How are you, by the way, Firefly? Just fine, business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? Hendry? Yes, he did. He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my texts last night, so I wonder what he was doing. Oh, I see. Oh, man. Alright, let me restart this YouTube again. Because I'm just like flicking between Wi-Fi and data right now. What is going on? Come on. There we go. Goodness. Alright. D2 not... Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd been ready to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know. He's becoming forgetful, too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know. None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him, for now. Right. Hello, welcome. Oh, it's Riona. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey, Riona! Nice to meet you here. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. Didn't sound good. Huh. Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. So that's just straight up milk. Oh. Let's see if I can skip that forward. There we go. Okay, and I don't think I need to give her anything. No, I don't. Oh, okay. Well, we recommend giving Rachel Bever's inspiration. If you did inspire her. Okay, I did inspire her, so I'm not going to do anything. Okay. Okay. And I'll serve it. Here you go, a cup of warm milk. Thank you! What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's something special, so don't worry about it. Kitty. 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 Aw, Riona. Miss, are you alright? No. I think I'm sad. Oh! She's got tears in her eyes. What's wrong? That's right, Riona. What's wrong? Oh, Riona. I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that, miss? My apologies. I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course! Let it all out. Miss Rachel is right. Feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Firefly and the regulars of this coffee shop, I have gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is, it is likely that my ignorance was on purpose. Ignorance on purpose? What do you mean? Oh, Riona. Someone give her a tissue. Miss Rachel, the position you hold today is the result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent but did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it. and I gratefully respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also. Although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I am aware that I must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself, because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really, though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes. But have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education, and for the simple fact of what I am. I'm truly fine with all that. I really am. Because all of it is a pain I'm already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to a new pain all over again. Just might be... Oh, Riona. Might be difficult. Miss. I apologize for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to. Miss Riona, would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house. But... Firefly insists, right? Right. What was the pie you ate the other day? The blueberry hibiscus mint pie? Did you like it? I did. Quite a lot, actually. Then I'll make something special just for you. Could you tell me its flavor profile? Give me a moment. The blueberry was very sweet and fresh. The crust was buttery. The flavor was enhanced by the tartness of hibiscus and the herbal coolness of mint. Just a very sweet blueberry pie with hibiscus and mint. Okay. Very sweet. So let me look at the thing here. I believe it's hibiscus, honey, and mint. So hibiscus, honey, and mint. Yep, there it is. The berry blue hibiscus pie. Alright. Let's go ahead and serve it. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this up. Alright, so Rachel, we finished up Rachel's pretty easily. So, hi there, I'm Rachel Valencia. You might have seen me on your screen singing, dancing, or modeling, working on a new album especially for you right now. Favorite things with my family, cats, milk, and you. What I'm doing with my life, I've been dancing, singing, and trying to achieve my dreams since I was 13, and I'm not stopping now. And then for Riona, you got her filled out now. Favorite things is Wagner, Libistod, Puccini, Simi Chiamano, Mimi, Vivaldi, Sposa-san, Disprezzata, Mozart, Der Hall Rush. I probably butchered all of those. What I'm doing with my life. Emergency goods delivery service available from Bellevue. Singing audition tips, contact, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then last person we really need then is just Lucas, I believe. Yeah, it's just Lucas. Cool. And we already unlocked this on the brew pad, which is the pie. Okay. One pie in a cup coming up. Wow, Firefly, that's so extra. Kind of is, isn't it? But it's so pretty. Thank you. It really is. Well done, Firefly. But are you really serving a warm pie filling to your customer? It's not a pie filling. I simply make fruit cordials with honey. And I just happen to have the blueberry one on hand. Sure. It's not a pie filling, trust me. Warm pie filling. It's not. It's nice. Thank you. You're very welcome. Aw, Riona. I didn't save, did I? I did not. Okay. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all of this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? Huh? Your driving force before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice, whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done in a lot of ways, like politics. Huh? You're not wrong, but... That was just an example, jeez. But I admit, being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it as long as I'm able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What are you going to do now? I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh, wait! You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomochill. If it's even the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents. To showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So what if he rejected his offer? Call him. Uh-huh. Or text him. Tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily. Shh, shh, shh. Just do it. Text him. Yeah. Oh, okay. Just text him. He responded. What'd he say? He told me to stay here, because he's coming here soon. Huh. Huh. Does he live, like, nearby or something? No, not really. But it seems he has some things to do around here. I see. What a great coincidence. That means you can clear things up in person. You're right. Thank you for giving me the courage, Miss Rachel. Just call me Rachel, will you? All right. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed during my time living in the commune. Commune? We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one, like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? No, because we're not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we do not see a lot of banshees around, is it because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that we eventually must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. Hey, not wrong. So when you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Well, we don't have a Banshee culture center anywhere. Time to start one then. Perhaps it's best if I use a specific example, such as my mother's role. Oh? Her role is to trade. In the event that we need to increase our supply or sell our products, or are simply in need of some negotiating, it is my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods. And she's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us. Right. Everyone's work has equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink. Another's in charge of all of our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set up schedules and organize the collection of goods. So, like, does each role only have one bearer at a time? No, sometimes there are two or more, depending on the power needed. It's all about balance. I see. Interesting. Does your mom still fulfill her role to this day? Yes. Although, there are times when I wish she would retire. Lucas! Why? She's doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her. Oh, she had to endure years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble, or to simply defend the commune. That is such a heavy burden. It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered to her. Why? Because it has become our identity, I think. Hey, Lucas! Alright, will Lucas want anything? He will not. He's not going to order anything at all. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's just a little mix up there. Alright, cool. Oh, you're here. Go. Yeah, hi, lady. I was starting to wonder whether you were going to say something. I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Rihanna's story. Fine by me. Is as Mr. Lucas said. I thought we were already past all that formal stuff, am I wrong? Well, you still call her lady. But she is. Shh, the lady is speaking. Oh, whoops, okay, sorry. It is, as Lucas said. Our discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride. Oh, so while she performs her role really well, her anger often gets the best of her. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I'm thankful for that, but unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Right. That's when I understood why she was angry too. If your mom has dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat of all that, ugh, tough. I guess I can relate in some ways. The Nekomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere as rich as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid? Like, mediocre in all ways aside from being pretty and cute. Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it just makes you wonder, you know. Oh, hello everyone, welcome. I see a few people who just jumped in here. Welcome to Coffee Talk 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. I'm going to try and finish this today. I have 2 more nights left. How much of our survival instincts turned into bad stereotypes? Things have changed so much for everyone. Which means we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right? So why are so many still stuck with outdated and bad perceptions? Actually, that's exactly why. Life is complicated. Change is hard. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right? And there are billions of living beings in this world. That's why many folks choose to reduce their worlds to a size they can handle. All based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume. Yeah, it's sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most people's minds. Unless you already have a vested interest in all of it, then it's a different story. That makes sense. We all need to survive. I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold. All that has an impact on others. Just making sure I'm caught up here with my stream. Yeah. In one way or another. Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, by the way, did Pops contact you, lady? You know, about the tree? Oh, he did, but... What tree? It's a long story. Sure, keep your smelly secrets. No, this is perfect. You should listen too. The more exposure this gets, the better. Oh, so you're gonna tell me? From the very beginning. But before I forget, lady, did you have something to say to me? Did you text me at all? Ha! Oh, yeah. Go on, Rihanna, say it. Oh. So, about your show. Yeah, you're in, right? Are you still unsure about the format? Well, I'm still trying to put it all in order on paper, so... Kind of? Like, I know I want to do a podcast, a deep dive, and a showcase. But I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely. Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure. What are you planning to show, anyway? How do you think it'll help the guests? Oh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from around the city. And beyond if it takes off. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Nah, scratch that. I know it'll take off. That's some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be? Tut, I may not know the exact format yet. But all the elements needed to make a good show are locked and loaded already. Really? What are they? Well, there's already so much content out there, right? You can't deny that today's audience gets bored easily, too. If something doesn't appeal to them immediately, they'll just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself. Which, ironically, is the only thing I don't have. Yet. Anyway, a proper format has good consistency. Could be the way the show is cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience, and it makes things easier for the creator too. That makes sense. The next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essentialer. Essentialer, because even singing will get more than one song, right? Same with cooking, you need to show many techniques, recipes, all that jazz. That's true. Right? Since the goal of the show is to shine a spotlight on all the things underrated, I figured it should start small and nearby, but I still have the potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring the city and its inhabitants in depth? Especially since I'm fairly new here and all. Oh. You get what I'm saying? I can see there are many interesting topics to discuss. Yeah, like locations, events, history. Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet. Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover. Makes sense. What's next? Know your audience. Honestly, in this internet era, you don't need to appeal to everyone. If you do it right, you could target just one type of audience and still get a lot of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. But since the show will be in a completely new format, a lot of them will reject it. Because people do not like change. That's right. But honestly, that's fine. I'm trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded and can help elevate the stuff we're going to spotlight. Like say, if we cover musicians, they'll go to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighborhood project, they'll be eager to check it out. A cool coffee shop, they'll be interested in visiting. Wink wink. Oh. Anyway, you all know what I mean. The next thing is audio quality, great visuals and edits, you know the drill. Of course. And the last thing you need for a good show is... me. Hey, what's with the awkward silence? I mean personality and smarts. To find info, you need to be resourceful. And to relay information as well, you need good personality, right? Well, I'm you is what you're questioning, huh? I'm just saying. Because you didn't say you're new to the city. Because didn't you say you're new to the city? So... Oh, I see. I see how it is. But you've really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed. Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere near as big as your talk show, though. I'll tell you that. Huh? Rumor has it that your manager is trying to get your old girl band back together. I heard there'll be a talk show or something for it. Oh, really? How'd you hear that? Tisk tisk, I have my ways. I didn't get the info from shady sources, I promise. Well, okay, I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But your information is outdated already. Oh? Because I won't be in the show. Oh, why? Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback. But if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like a new us, to show we've grown. Ah, I get that, 100%. That's too bad. Why? I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You're able to read the room with sensitivity. Therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program. You think so? Aw, I'm flattered. You're right about that, though. I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through music, my songs, and my performances. You know? Yes. I understand that very well. Then, do you want to be our first guest? Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists. Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel? So you actually have a side project. Oh, well, yeah, but I was kidding about inviting you earlier, but hey, maybe it could work out after all. Help out a new channel, will you? You wish. I'm a very basic Nekomimi. But, maybe. Woohoo! What is it, Firefly? I thought your plan was to have Miss Riona as your first guest. Oh. Well, about that. I'm definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kinda hoping you'd be my co-host instead. What? Me? I was gonna ask you later, but Firefly over here cornered me something fierce. Oops. Sorry. Why me? I like the way you explain difficult subjects. I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot. And all of your stories are so damn interesting. Plus, someone needs to offset my chaotic personality. Like contrasting hosts, huh? Yeah, what's more, she's not nervous talking in front of a camera at all. Well, she is a performer. I know. I'm just saying she's a natural on camera. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask later, if you want to be my co-host. But only if you're interested, of course. I might need a moment to consider. Of course, take your time. However, if you're open to receiving input, may I throw an idea for the format of the show? For real? Of course you may. I'm staying until you tell me everything I missed. Okay. Yeah, the night's still young anyway. Alright. So that was the end of that night. Now we're going to move on to night 14. And it's only one drink that I have to make on this day, it looks like. Okay. October 2nd, 2023. Alright, Evening Whispers. Users of Tomato Chill's new stories feature, it needs a longer duration. Wasn't that like a shout out to Twitter saying that it needs longer text format? The piece of halfling advice that seared into my memory. Gobbly Labs shut down. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. That's crazy. Hello? Oh no. Alright, do we have anything here? No, okay. Stories. Ooh, bunch of stories, okay. No delivery today. Check this out! Your boy has started a new podcast for y'all. Want to know more? Sorry, not sorry, forgot to post a trailer. Here it is. It's full version dropping at 8 p.m. Do you like video podcast? Here it is! DTR, Down to Ride Vlog Mystery Adventure with my super co-host Riona and a special surprise guest star Nekochel. Go watch it now. There they are! That's so awesome. Something new. I appeared as a guest star in this impromptu vlogcast. Check it out and have fun with us. Cool. And Riona shared the picture of it. Cool. Alright. And let me save. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart. I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple. Oh, I wasn't sad so much as cute, though. But it is true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Or just in the light. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow! Whoops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Here we go. Yay! They're on their wedding outfits. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often enough that we know the place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, Firefly. So it does. Now, shall we get the celebration started? Please, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline. I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Lua's last name, Baileys? Ha, no, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. Aw, you always make me melt. Disgusting. Disgusting! Alright, save this now. He said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please, Firefly. Okay, so for them, they only want the one drink, and it's called After Midnight. So chocolate, honey, and mint. Okay, chocolate, honey, mint. And there it is. It's so pretty. There we go. And I'm gonna serve that to my brew pad here. Here it is, the After Midnight. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praise from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Firefly? I did a bit of traveling in my day. Alright, 1 second, guys. I will be right back. I'm going to put this on BRB. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to discuss a few things. Alright. I did a little bit of traveling in my day. Maybe ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night before meeting at the mooring. That's very lyrical. Heh. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He also went absolutely wild during Fury, but even then, he would beg the walls parted after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. I imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires are much more my type. Hey. Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire, I'm proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea, I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Firefly, maybe? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Miss Lua, Mr. Bailey's. And thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Firefly. Absolutely. Short and to the point, good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Ah, well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Bailey's, for entertaining me. And making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Firefly guys, and I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did, but despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today. Oh. Oh, Gala. Thanks, man, really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Are your allergies troubling you again, Hyde? Mr. Hyde? Firefly, my dear Firefly, never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. My retribution will be swift. Ahem. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh! I'm avoiding it in solidarity. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. And thanks, I think, Hyde? I am to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying, I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I don't like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely. Booze just becomes this big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Wow, when did you go to a place like that? Oh, a while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch. Bye. I'm okay, sweetie. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. Ooh, I love vodka. The soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water. That sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. Oh, type, preferably. Universal donors and all that. Yuck! I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Bailey's. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character. I respect that. She's impossible, you mean. I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year or three. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Firefly ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I could ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Bailey's. Marco? I thought I caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. With two witnesses. Delightfully cliche, isn't it? You seem to enjoy the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire, scorn dissimulated in a smirk. Hopefully you capture some pictures of our lovebirds, too. Yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it'll be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. A perfect shot. Oh, look at this, Bri. This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Yes, truly. Thank you for doing this again, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... Oh no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured out that in the end. I love this picture. Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Firefly, you want to frame it and hang it in your wall? Actually, yes, something like that. Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I love that. It meant me a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, Firefly, I'm not sure we'd be without you. Where we'd be without you. Ahem. So I take it you've decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Aw, come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctor thinks she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. That's a lovely idea. I bet little Rose is thrilled. She is, an entire party next to her bed, can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde, and just like that, he promised to take their pictures pro bono. That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing. I can use the experience, so that I can milk my modeling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like good social redistribution to me. Right? So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house and I've got the job. And I've got my own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a while long. A little while. Pocket werewolf! That's great to hear. Now, how's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little... particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not too sure yet. Happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes, but the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing. Well, not in our couple. We've decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working, but I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who'd rather stay at home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller? Mrs. No, using my family name on you feels wrong. Ha, they would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. Oh, what's this? Stories. Georgie. Oh, he gave her earrings. Cool. Excuse me. Bye. It sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only long-ish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans, and we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. That makes sense to me. I will say, though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, he also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean. Yes, we really do. At this point, even we need to take a bit of a time out. We can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. Phew. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked Firefly from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away. He has been very kind to me and perceptive about me as well. And I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat, right now, it's really good. You're right too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Huh, right back at you. Ah, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Ugh. I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, Bae. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy winnings are meant to be good luck anyway. I always wonder where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Oh, maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it, Firefly? Are you referring to the Goddess's Tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry, but I could give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but of all her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no! Don't worry, it's not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity? That's gonna help me for sure. I get lost without names. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and fighting them, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvests and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time and of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they both found the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, that old hag, give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you, she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Aeon, "Get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die just like your fiancé." Yuck. And nobody's surprised at this point. Aeon said, "I'm alright with that." What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many more hours she was despondent and sulked. And finally she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word once spoken isn't easily broken. In sadness for a child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Rain danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other." And according to elves, that's how he came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. My love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not going to look at Ray the same way now. It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. Kiki! Oh look, here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof, that's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala, did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, Firefly? No, but he's been around a couple times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then, although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too. Nice. Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though? Or someone? If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. Cute kitty. There's Hyde. What'd I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything. I was saying they might be looking for someone. Perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight, messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something that we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that he reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he didn't know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I could walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular in the sense that I want it to look good. But he's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, peak design trends. That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. I shouldn't have brought that up. Truce! Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why, indeed. My job. Time. Your job. Time. I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of color, material, or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala's an interior designer's waking nightmare. Not true, I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ugh. This is so cute. They're just so funny. You guys sound like you're gonna just be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this all together when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe, and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think the kinda is key here. As far as I can remember, this place has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Firefly. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. That's what I want my channel to be. A place where you feel safe and like just chilled out and just having fun. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved then. That and also you all are right. It sounds like everyone's going to be busy with their own stuff for a while, but I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year. I know it's going to be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear. Heh. You are welcome anytime, separately or together. I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by to give you news. And to get Fury remedies. And to listen in on the drama. We can't wait to welcome you back. Oh, rain stopped. I think the rain is over. We've kept you up for a while already, Firefly. Yeah, we should all use the drive spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, Firefly. Good night. Good night, you two. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, Firefly. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. No, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, Firefly. Will do. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. Bye! What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of the bar. I can do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and a buzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like. To have a chosen hive. So, I think it's already confirmed that the barista is like one of the aliens. Alright, or that you are an alien. Alright, last night. Here we go. Alright. I totally forgot what I got him on the first day. Eesh. Alright. Sorry, I was looking ahead. What's on the evening whispers? Heir of American business, royalty disowned over choice of wife. Eesh. Killer algae, the new invasive species? Fire director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. Nice. Alright, what we got? Okay, Lucas must be coming in today so I can finish him up. Let's see here. Walking hand in hand. Dang, Hyde is doing great with pictures. Silver, what is that face? I think by the end of it, I'm in this industry for the love of it, and to keep having fun is the mindset I will keep moving forward. Having someone you can connect with, especially within the same industry, is really something that I'm glad for. Aw. Alright. Get that out of the way. Somehow this feels like deja vu. Alright, so I'm gonna have to, like, save before I give him his drink. Hey. Welcome, Officer Georgie. What's crackin'? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Yep, deja vu. What? Nothing, everything is fine. I have everything I need to avoid another blackout. That's good news. Heh, you know, this weather has kind of grown on me. Really? Yeah. Not something I like to have forever, of course, but the thunder no longer sounds so angry at me. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. Perfect. What would you like? Maybe whatever I ordered a couple weeks ago. A couple weeks ago, Yeah, give or take. You were promoting a new tea selection at the time. Good times. I remember it had an interesting color. I'll take whatever you gave me that day. Okay, I'm assuming I gave him blue pea then? Maybe? I don't remember. A cup of anthocyanins for you, officer. What? It's what makes the drink blue. Oh, okay. Still tastes like grass. Okay. Maybe this is the one. This was the correct one. Okay. Really? Are you stressed right now? Nah, don't worry. Since my daughter loves it so much, I was just trying to remind myself how it tastes. Oh, good. Well, usually blue pea is mixed with a bunch of other ingredients. It's a very forgiving drink taste-wise, and goes well with most things. And it looks pretty. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's tasteless except for grassy notes when you drink it straight. Right on. Does this mean you've already made up with your daughter? More or less. That's great. How are you, officer? How's work? Work, huh? Well, it's only been a couple days since I was here. But I admit, a lot has happened. Oh? Patience, pal. We don't have all the players here to complete the story yet. Oh, is someone else coming? 2 more. Alright then. What do you mean, complete the story? Well, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I can't recount the whole thing alone. Right, I'm going to go ahead and save because I'm assuming that was the correct drink. I see. Well, you know, Firefly. For a while, this old man felt like he'd been living in a stagnant pool, when he thought he started out on a flowing stream. It didn't take long for him to find out it wasn't a stream or even a pool. It was more like a mud puddle. That was constantly being filled up with dirt year after year. And, well, no matter how much he tried to keep it clean, the puddle would always dry up before any of his attempts bear fruit every single time. He ended up stuck on the bottom with only occasional rainwater keeping his existence going. Right. However, after a bout of heavy rain, he discovered a small crack of hope. A thin line leading to another flowing water in the original direction he wanted. Know what I'm saying? I think so. Lucas! Lucas is in the house, yo! Hey. What's up, what's up, what's up? And you, Pops, how goes it? All good. You're in high spirits, aren't you? Always. Anyway, Pops, what's shaking? I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all the excess energy? You're right, and I probably should explain. But first... Dear Firefly, may I put in an order? You may. Haha. I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. Okay. So, blue pea, milk, brew. And I'm gonna totally destroy this coffee art. Okay. So let me hit this. Alright, latte art. That actually looks kind of cool. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making something. Or making something. I have no clue what this is. No clue. It's just that. It's a tornado. It's a tornado. Tornado. Alright, local favorite. Ensure everyone gets the right drink. Got it. A cup of blue latte with a masterpiece on it for you, sir. A masterpiece, huh? I like your confidence. Do you like my tornado? Anyway, cheers. Nice, thanks, Firefly. So what's up, kid? All's well, Pops. I'm waiting for the lady to arrive. Oh, so Miss Briona's coming? Yep, she should be here soon. The last couple days have been really intense for us. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night. Oh, why? Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff. Tisk, tisk. What? What is it? I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule's probably not like everyone else's. But I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits unnecessarily. Although I know next to nothing about banshee biology. Doesn't she do late-night deliveries? Oh? Sometimes she does deliveries until morning. Then never mind, kid. Forget everything I said earlier. Phew! I was like, oh man, what stupid thing did I do this time? Nah, I was just pulling your leg. You're both adults. I was just playing around as the nosy and annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking. Especially considering what happened the first time you two met. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I mean by me doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know? It happens. As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from time to time. Yep. So are you staying up because of the new podcast he posted? Oh, yes. Have you watched it? What podcast? The link is on my T-Chill, Pops. That was a podcast? You've already seen it too? Oh man, I'm stoked. I thought it was like a ghost hunt or something. With how dark everything was, lighting-wise. So it was too dark then? Too dark, huh? I'll keep that in mind. I admit, what you call the ghost hunting segment was shot kind of spontaneously. But what do you think about the whole thing, Pops? You too, Firefly. Tell me. Oh, I saw the post, but I hadn't had the time to watch it yet. I'm sorry. Aw, well, don't be sorry. But go watch it when you have the time, alright? Will do. Well, since I thought it was a ghost hunt, I didn't watch it all the way to the end. Okay, that's fair. Understandable. My daughter enjoyed watching the whole thing, though. Oh, that's so great to know. She told me Rachel was there, too. What gives? Rachel? Yeah, she was our first guest. Oh, so did you film the episode right after you three talked about the other day? Exactly. That's why it was spontaneously done. But the whole thing is now all about ghost hunting, Pops. That was just a clickbait. The actual story is... I know, my daughter summarized it for me. You brought up the street. And the tree, too, didn't you? Exactly. Because it was part of our plan, right? Welcome, Miss Riona. Hello. Lady, finally you're here. Good evening, miss. Hi, everyone. Was the traffic bad for you? No, not at all. I had to deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologize. Nah, you're not late. I'm just early. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, please. I like a cup of mild coffee, sweetened with a lot of honey, if you would. So I believe just for her, she wants, coffee, honey, yeah. Coffee, honey. Brew? Okay. Here we go. And, I guess that opens up Lucas, yeah. Alright, so favorite things, coffee, not anymore. Fried noodles, any. Avengers Stevenfold, Bat County. That's, Avenged Sevenfold, I love them. Or I like their song Hails to the King. A Nightmare's pretty good. So many Alpha 7, my bed's what I'm doing with my life. You know what I'm doing with my life, smiley face. Breaking out of a mold one video at a time. Cool, so we have everybody now filled out on Tillachill. Cool. That's what I used to order back in the day. Really? So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently. Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? I'm not done playing the role of annoying and nosy old guy, that's all. Jeez. Oh, by the way. Thank you for telling me about the pie shop, miss. Somehow I didn't know it existed. Are you talking about Disco Pie? Yep, that place closes up at midnight. It follows the schedule of the pub adjacent to it. Now my daughter can get pie even when I'm home late. I see. That's good. I swear I'm not trying to point you regulars in the direction of your rival, Firefly. It's fine. What rival? Maybe I should start selling food here. Did I miss something? I'm wondering too. Well, as you probably know, especially if you follow my T-Chill, we started a vlog/podcast thing. Right. My daughter watched the first episode yesterday. Did she like it? She loved it. I heard her laughing all the way. I'm glad. So, what is this vlog/podcast thing really? Yeah, please, clarify. I saw you had this walk-around session in the episode. Thought podcast was supposed to be voice only. Like a radio show, but you don't need to catch it live. Well, nowadays there are a lot of podcasts with videos. Voice is still the most important part, though, and we did have the Carpool podcast later in that episode. So usually there'll be two versions of the same episode. The voice-only one on audio streaming platforms, and the full video post on video streaming platforms. Ah, I see. Sounds difficult to create both at the same time. It must require a lot of planning, doesn't it? It does. But you're not the Lucas that, if you're not the Lucas that is. Thanks to my editing and interviewing skills, you can enjoy the action session, the voice-only version, all the same. I see. It wouldn't be possible to make the episodes compelling, though, without Lady Riona giving us good information to make the episode work. Some of her voice really resonates well on the mic, so it was a joy to edit it into the narration, haha. Also, Rachel was probably the best first guest we could have gotten. We even got a sneak preview of her new singles. Our first episode got tons of views because of that. Really? That's great. But I wonder if that was cleared by her manager. Probably not. But she knows what she's doing, I'm sure. I can see why you two stayed up for days now. Heh. Sounds great, y'all. So, miss. Yes? Are you enjoying your new role as a show co-host? Well, it's interesting so far. And I'm learning a lot of new skills. So I'm eager to keep working on it. All the while I keep looking for auditions. And honing my craft. That's all I needed to know. So what else is in the episode? Go watch it. Just kidding, it's okay. You can watch it whenever. I will, later after work. So, Mr. Lucas, you said this is part of your plan. And officer, you said you needed all players to be here to form a complete story. What's with all that? Pops, if you please. Alright, I'll start. Firefly, do you remember what we talked about a couple days ago? Which part? I asked you and Gallo what you preferred, wild rumors or bad press. Though you didn't answer. Ah, yes, I remember now. You said something about combining them, I think? Yep, and that's where I and Lady Riona came in. Oh? Pops was telling me about his meetup with the grieving vandals. So I know the whole story, and I get what they were going for. It's not that they want their friend to be remembered in a bad way. Yeah, they just want them to be remembered, period. So, from talking with Pops, I had an idea. An idea to turn their actions into a neighborhood legend. Urban legend. With their and the victim's family's permission, of course. The victim's family? When the officer asked me if I knew them, I was able to track them down. You did? That's great. How? We operate on a similar wavelength, which is as a cautionary tale. Yep. But the best thing about this one is it's all real. It really didn't take much for me to tweak it into a whole new story. Why did it need tweaking? To make it less clear, of course, because you want everyone to get curious. If you explain everything all at once, there's no mystery for others to dig into. Once they're hooked on the premise, folks will try finding things out on their own. And in this case, because the tree already has an actual long history, those who dig for more information will surely fall down the rabbit hole. Other content creators who are into this stuff will lap it up. And they tend to be big. Then the rest is history. Their friend's memory will have a life of its own. I see what you mean. Did you have the story in yesterday's episode? Part of it. We'll plan to discuss it further in a couple episodes. Because you need to give the impression time to propagate, you know? Honestly, it was probably good enough. Because my daughter couldn't stop asking me more about it. She knows the story was based on my case. And she's telling her friends at school about the video. Without letting them know it was my case, of course. That would be bad. Sounds very promising, though. You're telling me. That's great. Send our thanks to your daughter, Pops. What? This is all very different, but a somewhat exciting experience. How do you know this will all work out as intended? We don't. It's not that easy to influence that many heads, you know. Huh? But you were so confident. Because we'll never know the outcome of anything unless we try. That's true. Nice. We got the best story arcs for everyone. Well, congratulations on taking a step into a new direction, kiddos. Who knows, maybe someday I'll join in on that. You want to become an influencer too, Pops? Ha, could you imagine? Nah, I meant taking a step into a new direction. How about Georgie Williams' private investigator sounds? Wow, really? For real? Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Who really knows at this point? I mean, I think it fits you well. Thanks for the vote of confidence, miss. I might have to leave soon. Huh, why? I haven't eaten anything substantial since this morning. It was a really busy day. Oh, word? Let's go then. You can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back. No, let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss. You're right. Okay, if you're fine with it. But, before we go, I want to give a final test to Firefly. Test? Yeah. To be honest, I'm very impressed with your coffee shop. It's one of the best I've ever been in. I see your regulars are loyal as well. So I want to send you a luxurious Lucas-approved 5-star plaque. Oh my, so that's real, huh? What's that? Nothing? Does it mean this coffee shop will be part of the hottest gang now? Only if you pass this one test. Make me a custom order based precisely on my preferences. Could you tell me a bit more? After all, the relationship between a shop and its patrons is based on deep familiarity. So I just want you to make a drink based on what you know about me. I can't really drink coffee anymore, but I still need the caffeine. Right. I like really sweet things. And sometimes I forget to eat, so I'll need something rich to soften up the drink. What special drink would satisfy all that? Alright, so what he wants is green tea, honey, and milk. Green tea, honey, oops, reset. Green tea, honey, and milk. Alright. And brew. And this unlocks a new drink for you as well, known as the 5 stars. Serve. And that's going to be part of my thing now. Right here, 5 stars. Here you go, sir. Whoa! That looks nice, kid. What do you call this? Since it's made for your approval, 5 stars. How's that sound? With the quotation marks and everything? Perfection. Truly a service worthy of Lucas's 5 stars. Cheers. Is he happy? Wow, that's hot. Jeez. You didn't have to drink it all at once. I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me. Roger that. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything. You too. You too. Bye, Firefly. See you again soon. Goodbye. So, just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that. I have to go soon, though. Duty calls. Sure. Who could this be? Freya! Hello, Firefly! How are you? Freya! Hey, Miss Greenhair. Hey, officer. Long time no see. I heard you've been going around the world, huh? Around the world is a bit much, but I've been somewhere. I'm glad to see you here, Freya. Well, as much as I like to stay and chat, duty calls. Aw, that sucks. I missed you. Well, see you later then, Georgie. Yeah. Don't forget to tell Firefly the truth, okay? There was a bug crawling on my thumb for a minute. Later, Firefly. I will. The truth. Let me move over there. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend, Firefly, what's up? Why did you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last-minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my very first order ever? Espresso? Yep, you have a good memory. The first time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now. I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Thank you. 1 espresso for me, please. Alright, so I'm going to save. Alright, pretty easy. And here we go. Here you go, Freya. A cup of triple shot espresso for you. Great! Again, this deep aroma has such stellar flavors. Thanks. Alright, what we got here? Aw, Riona. She looks so nice. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? Which part? Something about telling me the truth? Ah, well, about that. Okay. I'm leaving for a writer's residence soon. And it's really, really far away. What? I know. It was impulsive. It was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month, not really expecting anything. But we got accepted, and somehow it's for this year's rotation. Which means I need to pack and get ready really soon. It's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long is it going to be? I don't know, probably a few months. But I might try to keep traveling after that. Okay. Firefly, are you sad? Nope. Don't be sad while I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aw. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. There should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it. Everything. Alright. So it started around 2 weeks ago. And here we go. Aqua's working on her game while Myrtle helps from time to time. They're a good team. Aw. Silver and Amanda's trip took them quite a bit further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. They've went a lot of places. Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread all around all of Seattle. And Gala is fond of qualifying him in those exact terms to Hyde's obvious displeasure and secret joy. That's so cute. Llewyn Bailey's bought a little house with large windows, a small garden, and an extra bedroom. Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function when the time is right. That's so sweet. The Nekochel x Aramir collaboration was a success as a new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, her true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she said. In spite of its impromptu nature, their first vlogcast was a success, especially with Rachel's appearance boosting the views. Lucas's team joined the production a few episodes later, and they're eventually covering about other states' communities. Word of mouth spread the story of the accident, resulting in a combination of history and urban legend. That's awesome. A petition then was created to memorize the site, which was successfully included in the area renewal process. Very nice. Alright, and that's Coffee Talk episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. And Memoriam Mohammed Fahmy Hasni, we love you. He is the creator of Coffee Talk, and right after this game was just about to be released, like maybe 2 days before, he died from a heart attack. So in memory of him, thank you so much for this game. It's a wonderful game. It's beautiful. I'm really hoping they do intend to continue it. I know it might be in a different direction without his influence and ideas, but I still really do want to see more of this story of Coffee Talk. So I believe there is another ending. Okay, yeah, I can skip this right here. Yeah, here we go. Hello? Okay, do I need to make anything specific for this? Okay, I guess not. Well, I can make something special, I guess. Hmm. What does this make? Eh. I'm trying to make the Marrakesh. Oh. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the recipe list. I think I need more green tea, but I can't really check. Green tea, Marrakesh. Could make a matcha. Oh, duh. That makes a lot of sense. There it is. I hope you enjoy the small offering of ours. Don't worry, it's on the house. We'll be open all night, so feel free to stay a while. As long as you'd like. Until you feel you're ready to leave. A ghost? Interesting. You have now seen a big picture, however, of finer points left to be seen. That's if you want to be a completionist to see the other poor, very sad routes. Alright. So, that has been Coffee Talk, Hibiscus and Butterfly. So, I hope you all enjoyed this game. I truly did enjoy it. I'm going to, of course, edit this to say that this was the ending. I didn't know if I'd be completed with it today, but I'm glad I did complete it in a whole 3 freaking hours. So, with that, I hope to see you guys in the next episode, and I hope you all have a wonderful day and or night. Bye-bye.